Hey, folks. Oi, sorry. Hold on. Let me get myself into the... Let's get Twitch over in the right position. Let's have our... Here we go. Chat just goes and refreshes itself because, you know, that's what it does. I just turned my mic off instead of turning off Spotify. There we go. Spotify, go to sleep. Yeah, Frog and Co are out in the middle of nowhere again, as per usual. One day, they'll stop shuffling. How is everybody doing today? Congratulations on your Gecko of the Day, Harath. The frog pile has already begun. Always good to see some frogs on the pile. Oy, it's been a little bit because stuff kept coming up and I just kept feeling incredibly tired. So it's been a couple weeks. You were already online with Trist and you still missed the Gecko. I mean, you know, it happens. It happens. You gotta... You really gotta fight for it sometimes. You've really gotta fight for it. The ad is still running, so it'll take a little bit before we start actually rolling into the thing for real. Yeah, no, it's been a little bit. If anyone isn't aware, my I got come on, brain. I got the confirmation for that I can go to pick up my new residence permit. I got that confirmation last week. I found it like shortly before stream, and my entire body just went just all of the strength in my body just kind of went as I assume sheer relief just melted every fucking fiber of muscle in myself. Hi Karma, welcome in. Picking up that residence permit this week because that's rather important. So we'll see if I manage to make two streams this week on account of, you know, I do have to go and grab that residence permit this week, which is a few train stops away. And if you haven't heard this before, I am cripplingly agoraphobic. So going out to do things it's a lot for me. It's a lot. Anyway, happy time zone Trist, happy time zone Harath, happy time zone to Chips, and to Karma, and to anyone who might just be lurking in the background. Happy time zone to you too. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. We are going to be playing some more... I should make it so I don't have to leave the train to get it. Yeah, I just like lean out of the train window and nab the card out of someone's hand as I go past. Yeah, that could be fun. I have admittedly also missed a couple of streams purely because I just haven't been keeping an eye on the time. I've been a little bit burned out, a little bit exhausted. Not from anything specific, just in general overdoing it, as I'm wont to do, unfortunately. You agree? This sounds awesome. Well, yeah, of course it sounds awesome to you because I'd be doing it on my way to you. The thing is, even if I don't have to leave the train to get it, I do still have to get off the train to get on a different train to go back home. So, like, I would have to be going somewhere else, otherwise there's no point, because trains only go one direction at a time. They don't... You can't pull a Yui in a train. Now I've got the multi-track drifting in my head. Maybe you could pull a Yui in a train if you were... According to Well, There's Your Problem, in the pre-signaling days, that's how the engineers got the orders for their trains in England. Oh, no, for sure. Absolutely. They would slow down the train, grab stuff. There's multiple examples of like a train being slowed down to less than running speed but not stopped completely, so that the engineer can get off the train, grab something, and then run back onto the train. And if I recall correctly, this is that's how Crazy Eights happened, because the engineer got off the train because they had to flip a switch or something, and they did not, in fact, pull the brake on account of trains were weirdly designed and have strange levers, and had instead jammed on the accelerator. And so the train just fucking left. If you haven't seen the Well, There's Your Podcast episode on the train known as Crazy Eights, you absolutely should, because it's the most heist movie-ass bullshit that includes my favorite and most perfect example of the competence of the American police, wherein their attempt to stop the train was to wait ahead of the train by the tracks, like where the train would be passing by, and attempt to shoot the train as it went past in a desperate attempt to shoot an external emergency brake. And the funniest part was, not only were they shooting at the wrong thing because they had passed on wrong information about where the emergency brake was, you had to hold the button down, not just bounce a fucking bullet off of it, to actually make the train stop. Sorry, not an emergency brake, it was an emergency fuel dump, is what the button specifically was for. But yeah, the fucking, the American police, you know, the US American police bounce multiple bullets off of it in rapid succession. Now we're talking Warframe, right? Now we're talking some real Warframe shit. Surely bullets can solve all problems. But anyway, yeah, train was yes, the train was also loaded with extremely hazardous materials. Multiple of them, in fact. Anyway. We got a doggo on the top of the frog pile. Enjoy. So, previously on UMDC, as we get into the game. Previously on UMDC, we wrapped up the case of the doppelganger. The truth about Jasmine came out, and she returned to the security force, the counter-myth security force, or whatever it was called. Attempted to chase down the admin of the Samazima website forum. Fell through a broken floor and collapsed. She may or may not be dead. Nothing else really matters, frankly. But I suppose we'll get on with the game for the time being. Best girl better be fine. I agree with you. Best girl better be fucking fine. Episode 6. Devastation and Judgment. 12 hours to the Great Reset. I am the admin of Samazima. Huh? My phone's glitching out. Did my phone get hacked? Who's this masked guy? It's on the billboard screens too. What's this? Broadcast signals are getting hacked. When the countdown reaches 0, Devastation and judgment will be upon us. For your entertainment until then, a simple riddle for you. So this is the Samazima admin? A simple riddle. Pinpoint the broadcast's origin. You're yoinking this music track? Absolutely. On it, sir! I dare you. Answer me. What does not exist, even if you speak of it? Now think. Remember. The prophecy is now a warning. What is this? Some kind of PR stunt? Hey, fix my phone already! To my friends in the police, the device is in our hands. Now think. Remember. The prophecy is now a warning. What should I do? My phone's totally messed up. Same with mine. What the? This is not a game. I ask you again. What does not exist, even if you speak of it? When you know the answer, enter it here. Devastation and judgment are upon us. The Great Reset. Reset us all. Reset us all. Reset us all. Ethical consumption under capitalism. It can't just be silence. No, it can't just be silence, because they're saying it doesn't exist even if you say it. Not that speaking its name breaks it, right? Like, that's the riddle for science. You've heard about the Great Reset before? Yeah. Uh-huh. A video claiming that devastation and judgment will happen. No, it can't be. She's alive! Everyone, Jasmine's alive. We can work with this. Apologies for this sudden call. Huh? This voice. Is this Tomiri-san? Thank you for remembering my name. We can rebuild her. We have the technology. How did you get my number? Azami, if you don't get in the robots... If you don't get in the robot, Jasmine's gonna have to do it, Azami. Oh no. Best girl, best girl, best girl. Has something happened to Jasmine? Stay calm. Let me pick you up first. Yes. By the way, Miss Azami, do the words Genesis card mean anything to you? She finally met an opponent who could take a punch from her. Gravity. Give us the director, you criminal scum! How dare you steal police secrets, dirty terrorists! Oh no, the World Economic Forum hacked our phones. Huh? What's going on? Why is this happening? Give us Megoria! Aye, scummy fake psychic. Come out and explain yourself. This is terrible. I need to tell the director, but I can't get in like this. It's from the director. Director, thank goodness. There's a huge crowd here in front. How's it going? Things do seem lively upstairs. Why is this even happening? Well, it's sudden and feels forced, calling us terrorists who steal police secrets. Take care, Karma. Have a good trip. It's been lovely to see you. Calling us terrorists who steal police secrets? It's likely someone's leading them to this kind of behavior. You should stay away from the center for a while. You don't want them to notice you. Yeah, understood. Please make sure you stay in the center. Also, about Jasmine? Yes, I got a call from Tomiri-san. Something happened to Jasmine last night after they left. What did he say? He said he'd pick me up first, then tell me the details. Also, he asked about something called the Genesis card? The Genesis card. Oi! Ain't that one of the center staff over there? I guess Ami doesn't know how to actually call someone on a phone, that's why she never actively calls the director. Azami's used to having an iPod Touch, and when she upgraded to a phone, she never really understood the phone features. I saw that face online. It must be her. Oh no. The director knows it too. Of course he does. You should lay low for a while, Mrs. Ami. What about you? It should take them a while to break into the center itself. The Samazima admin, the Genesis card. I have a few things to look into here. Understood. I should be safe here, I think. What's going on anyway? A major broadcast hijack, a mob around the center? This is too much. Breathe, Azami. Relax. I need to check what they're saying about the center and about that video. Let's look into trending topics. I guess I'll start with socials. Breaking news. Yuya Kurosawa, CEO of UTech Priority, victim of criminal case. Intruders stole valuables and confidential information from Kurosawa's home. Suspects are members of the urban Myth Dissolution Center. Kurosawa and his father were fortunately unharmed. Police investigations ongoing. Wait, no way! What's going on? Where'd that story come from? For the record, obviously we were not responsible. This is talking about details of the previous case where Samazima members were the culprits. My father was a victim of theft in his own home. I wasn't aware of the safe's contents, but he told me there were items of great value to him. I'm profoundly shocked. Wait, is that about me? Why would Kurosawa-san say such things? They were all there during the investigation, so why? What do we do now? Father is in Seiji Kurosawa? Does this mean we have police secrets and sensitive stuff leaking out? There was a red password device inside. Wait, is Kurosawa-san blaming us for that device being stolen? Who'd keep stuff like that at home? Actually, traces did show it was kept in that safe. See, I always knew the Urban Myth Dissolution Center might be inciting terrorism. Takes an extremist to say wild stuff like that. Knew it all along. Inciting terrorism? I'm thinking we're just like the Zimmers. So, you text Kurosawa was targeted? Heard the center staff set him up. We didn't. He asked us to come. Doing research on her own without Jasmine's help? Well, she kind of has to. Jasmine's in a coma, I think. I mean, if it's just one member gone rogue, is it right to blame the whole center? I can't stand how everyone tries to cancel the whole org because of a single person. I couldn't act alone if I tried. Unusually self-cognizant there, Azami. Why would I even want to? Maybe the center's channel was trying to trend with a conspiracy vid? Total dud, though. Almost wish this was for one of the director's video. Legit shocked at this, but it was just a team member, right? Not the director in person. It wasn't us at all. By the way, chat, yesterday I almost fucking choked to death on a fucking jelly bean, of all things. I don't know if I think I bit into the jelly bean, and you know how jelly beans have, like, the outer crust that breaks into, like, little bits of dust and crumbs and stuff, and shards and stuff when you bite into it? I think I must have inhaled a tiny bit of the crust of a jelly bean, and just fucking started dying. Just fully dying. I was choking for so long and so hard that both Rachel and Sven, like both the other people who live in the house, came to check on me, and like even one of the cats was like looking at me concerned, like, you good? You need something? Can I help? In retrospect, very funny, yes. But You know, actually, one of the really funny things, Chips, is when I told you that I almost choked to death on Jelly Bean, it was after I had mostly stopped choking, and the only reason I didn't answer you immediately was because I got distracted and nothing to do with the Jelly Bean. But, no. See, I understood that after the fact. Yeah. But, I was in a VC when I started coughing, and for some reason, rather than immediately, like, go to get water to help stop choking to death, I went into the text chat of the VC to say BRB choking to death before I went to deal with it. And that's probably a great example of just how autistic I am. Yep. Anyway. Just as I thought. I should look around for... Ah, get out of the way. I should look around for posts made by Zimmers. No, we have nothing to do with the GR. Did the Zimmers all sign their posts with GR? That video was way too well timed. Seriously thought it was the center making an announcement. So much is happening and so quickly. What do we do? Looks like the video is really catching everyone's attention. Yeah, getting a reaction here. Should search for more info on the video. Tragedy. Popular BooTuber crosses line. Fans thoroughly disappointed. Update just in. UTech CEO Yuya Kurosawa, victim of home invasion. Oh, come on. How can they assume we're behind this with no evidence whatsoever? Welcome to the modern world. The Samazima admin and the center director seem to be linked. I hate to think so. It turns out the director was Tsutomu Kisaragi's biggest fan. Can you say synchronicity? We do have some of Tsutomu Kisaragi's books at the center, but they're must-reads for occult fans, aren't they? Lots of people have them. Can't picture the director as an avid supporter of Dr. Kisaragi. I guess wannabe criminals take inspiration from past culprits. Tsutomu Kisaragi fans and sex make me sick to the bone. It's not just Kurosawa-san's post. They all think we're all guilty because they're part of the occult scene. They don't care about us as individuals. Is this supposed to be drawing parallels to the way people react to modern news, or is that just a coincidence? So what's this Great Reset video? Nothing. Okay, let's just search Great Reset. If we get results for searching just video, I'm gonna lose my mind. Because that is the one thing that should absolutely trigger too many results. Normally I don't check socials like this, but after seeing that stream, I had to see how people were reacting. Comrades, the GR is upon us. That's a Zimmer. Terrorist attacks are happening and this person's enjoying it. Maybe I can gather some info from what they're saying. Samazima isn't for me anymore. I had fun going along with the stupid ideas, but now I can't find that one really popular past thread. You would accept getting a result about the most popular video right now? I suppose. What's this about? Samazima is an old forum site, so I guess they're talking about old threads? So, you know where the thread is! I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, Zami. Tell us the title of the thread. Thread name, there's no chance of finding it. You talking about the happy 77.7 billion yen leak? I'm not surprised it's been covered up. I heard there were victims all over the world. That incident should have never happened. GR. Speaking of billions in currency, I don't know the full details of this, but apparently Valve sent an update to Counter-Strike 2, or is it Global Offensive now? I forget. Valve did an update on Counter-Strike that allows you to trade items up for higher tier items now. And apparently it has destroyed about $2 billion in digital goods. the knife market crash, the market be going stinks, which I personally think is fucking hilarious. I am loving it. Destroy that money. Fuck it. Your digital goods mean fucking nothing. Fuck your NFTs. Sorry. Glorious. What a happy day. Anyway. 77.7 billion yen leak. It doesn't seem related to the current case, but this was a big incident from the past? It's the incident that shall not be named. I've heard stories before. It was really terrible. GR. An incident that shall not be named? Something so bad you can't even talk about it? Could it have something to do with the admin's puzzle? Whole gambling industry built on those CSGO skins completely sunk now. Is CSGO and CS2 the same? Is that the same section? Like, are those two going to affect each other? I don't know shit about this. As is probably obvious. Stop with all the GR stuff. Don't talk about that incident. If you keep it up, you might get erased. Erased by whom? I've been going through past threads as well. There used to be a thread about weird cards, but it's gone. Guess someone deleted it? The Genesis cards. You forget. That's fair. There's too many CSs. Could that be the Illuminate cards? The topics are all getting all mixed up. It's hard to keep track. Just give us the title of the thread. Maybe the Men in Black are doing a cover-up. A secret mission GR. Cover-up? Case that was covered up because it'd be a problem if the public found out? Well, that happens plenty enough. Secret mission? Don't be stupid. Here, I'll show you how it's done. Weird cards, I see. Wait, who's here at the door this late at night? Look, a kind person, helping out even though it's late. Maybe their mom was visiting. Could be an agent going to erase them. We shouldn't be talking about it. GR. They tried to wipe out someone trying to find out about the case? The visitor mentioned in the comment. Was that? No. No one fucking types out as they're being kidnapped. I literally just talked about typing out BRB choking to death. But normal people don't do that. Oh shit, hold on. Oh good, my new mouse has arrived. Rachel just passed it to me. She was trying to get a trade, but unfortunately I'm out of jelly beans. I had to wipe them out after they tried to kill me, you know? I may have consumed a whole bag of jelly beans since yesterday. It's a problem, but don't. So, like, my problem with consuming sweets is, like, my problem specifically with consuming jelly beans is I can't close the bag again. Like, if you gave me jelly beans in a jar, it'd be fucking great, because I'd open the jar, I'd eat a few, I'd close the jar, I'd put the jar away. The incident did not deter me, no. The worst thing is, not only did the incident not deter me, it was like one of the first jelly beans that I ate, so it fully was like, the third or fourth jelly bean tried to kill me, and I went, I've learned nothing. Oh dear. What if I had a bag clip, or does that not register as closed? A bag clip would help, I don't have any. I keep asking for some, but every time I have them, like, they disappear. What are the chances that I choke again? I mean, like, logistically speaking, I got my choking out of the way. The rest of the bag was safe. You go away to do an exam for 5 minutes and I immediately go back to the jelly beans. Look. Look. Pulling a joke from old thread over to a new platform is beyond cringe. A joke? Was it all just made up? It sounded so serious, but it was just a joke in the end? It's true the thread about the weird cards has disappeared. Was it actually a secret mission, though? Huh? Wait, what was actually real then? Oops, wrong button. Completely disregards that you were the one who brought the jelly beans in the first place. Yep, just go straight to video. It's one thing if that video is a joke, but if it's real, isn't it pretty serious? I honestly thought my phone broke for a second. Showing the admin's video on street screens and phones all over the city. Is that even possible? What's this about cards? Someone get a bad fortune reading? Only select people have access to Samazima's page on the dark web. Not everyone would know about their prophecy. Not buying Sadago jelly beans, got it? On the site, a prophecy predicted the end of the world using divination cards called the Illuminae cards. That predicted date is almost here. Not divination, but prophecy. And the Samazima admin is announcing it. They wouldn't understand that. I don't really get it either. Those aren't divination cards, lol, and it's not predicting the end of the world. You guys are getting too worked up over one weird video, Lamau. Too worked up? I don't think so. We can't just sit back and watch it all unfold. I checked out Samazima. There's a lot of info on devastation and judgment, but the issue is the Zimmers forcing their interpretation. It's not a prophecy if you're making things happen. Making things happen, according to the Illuminae cards. I guess the Zimmers just want it to happen, whether it's prophecy or forced. If the Great Reset can change the current society that they despise... Right. It's really not much of a prophecy, unless you admit that it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? The video was made to announce an intended crime? Anyone know the answer to that riddle? Right, there was that riddle. It's also written on the Samazima page. Wonder what happens if we figure it out. Other people asked about it too? That's weird. Riddle was wiggling. There we go. A reaction. Hope more people start talking about it. Is there anything that could be a hint? I'll take a look. I foresee murder. Nostradamus' prophecies were exciting, and I liked those, but this is just a threat. Are the police already on this? Yeah, until the Devastation Judgment card, it was just a mysterious prophecy or something. If it had been taken care of earlier, maybe all this wouldn't have happened. You can't take it completely seriously just from that video. I wonder what happened with all the people who quit their jobs and spent all their money thinking the world would end in the year 2000. I guess it's possible this could be one big, terrible joke. But terrorist attacks have been happening. What they're doing doesn't seem like a joke. I'm in shock. I love drinking beer and watching the Urban Myth Dissolution Center's vids before bed. So relaxing. That's nice. I'll do my best to get you back into that routine. Due to misunderstandings and assumptions, things have gotten out of control. Once the truth comes out, we can all go back to normal. People who yap about hidden truths, GR and mumbo-jumbo just want an outlet for their pathetic feels. How high can you get your head get from validation by no-name nobodies on the net? Validation. Social media involves talking to no-name nobodies on the internet too. For your exam, you have to read text and then answer questions about them, and one of the questions is, someone tells you that a colleague of yours is in love with their boss. What should you tell them according to the text? And one of the answers is, you're lying! It's you! You're in love with my boss! Ah, shit, wrong button again. Alright, let's look up riddles. Oh, video riddle? Has it been solved already? What are we supposed to do? Where do we put our answers? The admin did say enter it here, which means it should be entered directly on the Samazima's site? I don't know the answer. If it's real, we're all doomed! Is this really the time to be playing with riddles? I don't think we're playing, but I can see why people would think so. The Zimmers are committing acts of terrorism. That can't be real, it's just a video, you're taking it too seriously, lol. Maybe this person hasn't seen the news. Terrorist attacks have been happening. But I was like that not long ago. The Zimmer attacks are ramping up. Haven't you seen the news? If you don't pay at least a little attention to what's going on in the world, you won't be ready when the worst happens. So far, only some people know about this. Once this story about devastation and judgment blows up, they were barely able to stop that Akasaka embassy break-in. I wonder what they would have done if they weren't caught. Are they after people at the embassy? Is the Great Reset about taking it out on the upper class? Went a little too hard on the slur song, but wanted to tone it down for the test. Okay. There was even someone who announced a bomb threat. A bomb? Do we even know whether the Zimmers are a big org or just a group of individuals? Fujiwara-san from the Ueno tour was by himself. The secretary, Kiyomoto-san, was working in a group of 4. They don't act like an organization, just like-minded individuals with similar goals. Their goals also seem to vary from person to person. The Urban Myth Dissolution Center was leading them, getting people together to act on some twisted sense of justice. Makes me sick. Ugh, why do they make things up like that? But if I didn't know the center, maybe I'd be saying that too. No, stop. I don't have to figure out what's true or false right now. I'm just gathering info. Are there any riddles about the Great Reset? Okay, the whole thing was just a dead end. Guess we're done here. We found quite a lot of leads, but what's really going on? The Samazima admin posts a video calling the Devastation and Judgment Prophecy a warning. Kurosawa-san portrays me as a criminal for some reason. And then somehow it all comes down to the center being called terrorists. Once again, it was never explained why Kurosawa-san why the doppelganger took the hard drive from Kurosawa-san's home. Nor was it ever really addressed that the doppelganger had access to Kurosawa-san's private messaging system, like his social media. I could make a post saying they're wrong, but it would just add fuel to the fire. Oh good, you learned from the first case. For now, I should wait to hear from the director. Let's just stay hidden until Damiri-san arrives. Oh. Director? Now. That's quite a commotion above, but they'll never make it down here. That's actually the right answer? What? What? Every accusation is a confession. Is this one of those like... You can explain so much this in the Discord when the test is over. It's too much text for Twitch. Okay, look. I'm just wondering, is this one of those situations where someone comes up to you and they're like, so hypothetically, if a friend of mine were in love with their boss... If a friend of mine were in love with their boss, what would you say to them? The test has a time limit. Get back to your fucking test! Stop watching Twitch! It's quite a commotion above, but they'll never make it down here. I'm looking forward to seeing whether the Samazima admin can fulfill that warning. Though Mrs. Army would be upset if she heard me say that. I wonder where Jasmine heard about the Genesis card. Everyone will naturally suspect that the Illuminate cards are involved. Azami-san is in charge of the investigation now, so it's time to reassess information about the cards. What is the Genesis card? Who is the Samazima admin? The minimum information needed to even start fighting back. We should start there. Oh shit, I have control of Megaria. Gas, come on and step on the gas. What Chip's neglected to tell us is that the other option is to kiss them and stab them. It's Dutch text comprehension for 6 levels below the level you read on. I see. We've gathered a number of things. Oh shit. We've gathered a number of things, haven't we? These shelves filled with objects retrieved from each case. What a delight to behold. Let us review the records and memories of each case. Oh! Finally Megaria's gonna start putting together the connections. Investigation file number 1. The man under the bed. An axe was wielded in this case. To think the victim, Mio, would then become the man under the bed herself. Coincidence? seems too well thought out for that. And Eiko-san was holding the card itself. Her card was the Eye in the Darkness. Investigation file number 2, Bloody Mary. Such strong resentment emanates from this knife. The Bloody Mary she played wasn't quite that convincing. Answering to her name, a woman covered in blood who appears in the mirror. It is miraculous that all these elements lined up in this way. For this case, Kinoko-san was the one who had the card. This card was the reflection of death. And this shelf were documents and items from the Netherworld tour. And the Kotori Bako case is here as well. Investigation file number 3, Netherworld. The Ueno Occult and Dark Tour, a tour designed to find the murderer for the Ueno Tenchu incident. Mr. Gasmask has gone missing. I wonder if he can make it back safely. The card he held was the Stairway to Limbo. Investigation file number 4, Kotori Bako. Curses are such compelling things. A single box carries within it a universe of possibilities. A curse from vines, a curse from a person holding a grudge. For Mayosaki-san, the curse came from a person. I read this in a book on pharmacology. The tea that Tajima-san was brewing can cause hallucinations and loss of consciousness. Mayosaki-san had the Permeating Blight card. Basic seance for dummies, slasher movies and murders. I have no more need to read the books in this section. Investigation file number 5, The Doppelganger. I wonder how Kurosawa-san felt when he saw a copy of himself. An anomaly said to bring death to the original person if the two should meet. I'm very curious to know his fate. Kurosawa-san tends to sow trouble with his lies. He has caused Mrs. Zami much inconvenience. The card he held was the Shadow of Guilt. So, are there any nice Illuminate cards? No. So, hold on, let me open the, Oh, we don't actually have that many clues in, Wait, what? Okay, apparently I don't actually have access to the list of clues to look at, so we're gonna do this manually. There are unfinished threads from each of the cases we've solved so far. In the first case, Mio seemed to claim that Azami had encouraged her to solve the problem herself, or had somehow told her to deal with Eiko-san. This hasn't been explained. The second case was the Bloody Mary case. The Bloody Mary case lacks some information too, such as who sent the mirror to Kinoko, who sent the mirror to the murder victim's father, and who did the murder victim's father see in the mirror. Technically, we don't know that this plot is still... Technically, the characters don't know that this is... Well, the characters know that something's wrong with the mirror, like someone had to have sent the mirror, but they don't know about all of those threads. The third case, I've forgotten the name of it. Not the Kotori Bako. The Underground Tour. In the Underground Tour, there are technically still plot threads unfinished in regards to who, for example, who actually killed, who actually committed the murder that Tsutomu Kisaragi took the blame for, because there's no actual proof that Tsutomu Kisaragi did commit the murder. And what happened to Gas Mask when he went missing in the elevator. From the fourth case, the Gotoribako case, I don't think we're missing a lot of information from that one, actually. No, I can't. I don't think we're missing anything from the Kotoribako case that... Or if we are, then it escaped my notice, right? Although something did probably kill the guy from the Kotoribako case. Last but not least, in the Doppelganger case, we don't know why they took the hard drive from Kurosawa's apartment, and we don't know... Kurosawa claims to have seen the Doppelganger of himself. And the Doppelganger has been seen on the security footage. So... Oh, thank you. Rachel just dropping off some laundry. And the Doppelganger was seen in the security footage. So we still don't actually know who played the role of Kurosawa. We also obviously don't know why Kurosawa is framing us, or if it's even Kurosawa doing the framing. We do know, or we have... Is there proof that there's a doppelganger at all? We have reason to believe there's a doppelganger, because Azami was able to tell the difference between Kurosawa and the doppelganger via their reflections, and was even able to identify that there was no doppelganger to steal the password device from his father's safe, and that he pretended it was stolen recently. Like, we have proof that... We don't have proof that it's a doppelganger, but we have proof that someone masqueraded as him, because we were able to identify that he wasn't... that the doppelganger wasn't at the house. Thought all the different people were just saying there was a doppelganger as a cover for each other snooping. See, that almost makes sense, except, again, there was security footage of the doppelganger, and Kurosawa saw the doppelganger. Kurosawa said he saw the doppelganger. It was even in a cutscene. So who did he see? Investigation file number 6. The case we're faced with at this very moment does not exist, even if you speak of it. A very fitting conundrum. Our staff will be in direct contact with this anomaly. Which urban myth could it be? The only thing I can, imagine is that it's some deranged opinion where, justice doesn't exist even if you speak of justice. Or truth, perhaps. I don't know. I think this riddle is a trick. I think the answer to the riddle is going to be something that no one else would believe doesn't exist. It's an opinion that they have. All the other cards have been discovered. So the card for this case is Misazami's devastation and judgment. What kind of fate awaits Misazami herself? Welcome back from your exam, Chips. It would work as an ideological test. Yes, see? Back to the task at hand, lest Misazami reprimand me for laziness. There seem to be 6 Illumine cards in all, yet Jasmine uncovered the existence of a Genesis card. Justice? That's just, your opinion, man. I tried to do that in a Shaggy voice, but I can't do Shaggy. I can't do Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, apparently. Like, zoinks! Justice! No, I can't do it. Are these all part of Samazima admin's plot? I should compile information on this as well. To the desk, to the desk. Megaria going to roll to his desk. How much information might the Samazima site itself yield? The Zimmers are still posting on it as a message board. Should be adequate for social media research. I was so focused on the homepage, it's my first time really taking a look at the posts. Why is it that the Illuminate cards are displayed on this site? We may find clues about how the admin and the cards are connected. So much speculation here in these posts. I heard a rumor that the admin is a wizard-level hacker. They were creating special tools. They say the admin caused a huge incident, but there aren't any records of it. These past accolades form the base of the admin's charisma. The admin created the Illuminate cards. We must push the plan forward. The Zimmers worship the Samazima admin as a bringer of hope. Ah, the classic hidden link. How nostalgic. I can't help smiling. This overview is incredibly detailed. Speculations on the prophecies from each card. Fantastic. If only we had the time to read through every entry. Some of the users seem to be keeping an eye on police activities. Truly, we live in a society where we can be watched or listened in on at any time. The security police are running around. The admin must realize it. They've become aware of something that was supposedly hidden from existence. The security police has no dirty secrets unless proven otherwise. You know what happens then. If that riddle is a threat against security police, the admin might get erased. Poor police being surveilled. How could this ever happen to them? Posts that suggest the security police are working in the shadows. I cannot contain my excitement. I hope everyone's enjoying my Megaria speaking to himself voice. This is an intriguing post, sweetly suggestive of undercover operative work. Speaking of all this, I too am adding my voice to the chorus telling me to play Of the Devil. I see. Enjoy the top of the frog pile while it lasts, carry on. Everybody wants me to play Off the Devil. That thread with all sorts of comments on the cards, it's gone. Which keyword should we use? Nothing comes up, it's gone. Forgot what it's called, a card that predicts celebrity deaths or something? The card that the Illuminae ones are based on? The Genesis card or something? Not part of the series, if you ask me. I heard there's an Illuminae card origin story by the admin somewhere on the site. You never heard Yakuza 0 called that before? So the Illuminae cards were derived from the Genesis card. I look forward to reading that origin story later. I wonder if Mrs. Army's safe. I hope she picks up. Hello, Director? Are you okay? I'm alright. I believe you're the one in greater danger right now. I'm okay, but what are we supposed to do? Well, it's not possible for me to leave this place. I would pass all of the information I have compiled here to you, so please handle the rest of the investigation, Mrs. Army. You're asking me? Can you do it? I've managed to solve all of the cases so far. I'll do my best. Very good. Then let's first ensure that you have a grasp of the situation thus far. Can't I just note down the main points? To check your understanding, let's run through some of identification questions. Okay. Ah, my eyes! I didn't see it coming. Again. Well then, have you managed to retain the information I've gathered, word for word? I think so. Probably. I did write everything down. This case wasn't requested by anyone. And there aren't any supernatural appearances. Does this one count as an urban myth? The admin's video. It has already affected so many people, and has given rise to rapidly spreading rumors. Consider, perhaps it is a new urban myth, already in the making. People are now being driven by the admin's actions. When rumors spread and then coalesce, an urban myth is born. This information comes from Zimmer posts where rumors originated. So the rumors have spread so much they can already be considered an urban myth? You have a good understanding of the situation. That's the thing with Megoria, he always comes for your eyes. Now then, let us confirm and identify this urban myth. Okay. What we have in the center now is past information. Only by using the computer can we keep up with rumors that are circulating. I followed the rumors around Zimmers reacting to the admin's actions, which led me to see that people other than Zimmers are also acting under the influence of that video. So, Mrs. Army, yes? According to the Zimmer rumors, who are these people that the admin's videos have triggered into action? The security police. I think it's the security police. There were hints in the rumors you mentioned. If the riddle in the admin's video is a threat to the security police, the admin might get erased, and even if that's only a rumor, security police forces like Jasmine are taking action. Is a conspiracy theory an urban myth now? Yes? Aren't conspiracy theories just like urban myths directed at the government? Is that not what an urban myth is? Is that not what a conspiracy theory is? Just an urban myth about the government? Huh? Tell me I'm wrong. There's overlap. There's a lot of overlap. You guess? You thought we were dealing with the supernatural? I mean, tell me flat earth theory isn't fucking supernatural. Tell me the Illuminati isn't supernatural. The guy in the mask is Alex Jones. True, like admittedly nothing has been supernatural so far. But things have posed as supernatural. Security police forces like Jasmine are taking action. Aside from Zami. Zami is supernatural. She is preternatural, supernatural, and superhuman, and we love her. Best girl. Regarding that device, the police are maintaining that nothing happened. The security police may decide to take down the admin in total secrecy. They already tried and failed. Given the current situation, it's unsurprising that people think that could happen. Let us proceed to the next question. Because the admin urged people to remember, people have been bringing up incidents from the past. The happy 77.7 billion yen leak. People were talking about certain incidents that shouldn't be spoken of. You seem to have a clear understanding of it. Some Zimmer with sharp instincts tried to stop others from talking about it. So, Mrs. Army. Yes. Why did they want to stop people from remembering past incidents? Well, they were saying that people might get it. None of these are good options. It's not that they can't remember. What's this about the numbers? Must be frustrating to talk about if the details are fuzzy. There might be confusion over... Oh, those numbers. No, that's not it. So they stopped it there. If the details are wrong, simply correcting them would solve the problem. It's not related. Please think it over again. Okay, fine. Because they might get erased. I thought we were looking for the hidden motive, not the obvious motive. But I guess this is the identification, not the dissolution. If you bring up the details of the incident, you might get erased. A post on social media said, a thread that used to be there has vanished. I thought the post was just a joke. But was the thread deleted in order to hide something? Yes. According to Zimmer rumors, the actions of the security police involve stopping those who try to uncover secret information. In other words, eliminating those who speak up. Eliminating those who speak up? I can't imagine Jasmine and her colleagues doing that kind of thing. There are, of course, cases where rumor and reality diverge. Furthermore, the security police are not a monolith. Take the incident with Mr. Kurosawa, for example. We must remain objective and understand the shape of the urban myth that is the basis of our investigations. I see. Right. Now then, regarding the origin of this rumor, I'd like to confirm how well you understand the main characteristics of this urban myth. These characteristics are what have propelled security police to action. So, Mrs. Omi. Yes? In this urban myth, how are the rumors spread? Saying something happened when it didn't. Saying that something actually happened if it's made to seem like nothing did. The security police, who aim to maintain total secrecy, eliminate people who talk about the incident to someone else. Those who hide the secret and those who uncover it give rise to the urban myth. None of that made sense. Talk about something that seemingly didn't happen, the security police will erase you. From those rumors, even talking about something is considered dangerous. There's one urban myth that matches these parameters. Ow! The flashbang! More flashbangs? Yep. Alright, I'm gonna leave that on screen. There's an ad break running, so we're gonna do some quick self-care. Oh, apparently I can't leave that on screen. Sorry to anyone who didn't get to see that. The ad break is running, we're gonna do some self-care real quick. Make sure to stay hydrated, eat some food. If you haven't eaten anything, take meds if you need to take them. Unshrimp thine spine and give yourselves a little stretch, maybe a little walk around, shake your hands, and just take care of yourselves in general. There's not much of a stream without the viewers, and I love you all. I want you to stick around. I'm going to do a little bit of self-care myself, and I will be back once the ad break is over. The bot will say in chat when we're back. Welcome back, chat. I will just me a moment. I'm chomping on some delicious coffee and speculoos white chocolate. Delicious, energizing coffee. Alright. So. Ah, bugger. Alright. So, the myth has been identified as the Samajima incident, which, you know, apologies. I think people who went to ads unfortunately lost some of the little fancy animation. I couldn't tell it to not move on. It moved on its own. The Samajima incident. Now that we've spoken the name of this urban myth, the security police will be after us. What? That is the reality. Been a while since you could join here for a bit? Well, it's wonderful to see you, Skull. My god, you've been subscribed for 63 months. Wow. I don't even... Wow. Thank you. The streak is lower? I don't care if the streak is lower. That's insane. That's a fully grown child worth of subscription. Anyway, thank you. It's lovely to see you. Happy time zone. If you speak of an incident that was hidden from existence, you will be erased. About the Samajima incident, is there anything I should keep in mind? And Samajima, is it connected to the Samajima incident? Fully grown child still gets you. It's it's a great sentence. It's a great phrase. When I'm playing Pokemon, if I see a fully evolved Pokemon in the wild, I tend to say, wow, it's a whole ass... So, like, if I were to see, I don't know, a Pidgeot in the wild, I'd be like, wow, it's a whole ass Pidgeot. Your subscription's old enough to start going to school. Your subscription's old enough to go out and catch bug Pokemon. I don't know why I have Pokemon on the mind all of a sudden. And Samajima, is it connected to the Samajima incident? If one does not uncover or share certain things, if one does not speak of them, then nothing happens. We spoke of it and shared it already. Is the name Samajima related to the admin's desire for revenge? It's currently unclear. The security police are on the move as we speak, and not all of them are as friendly as Jasmine. Since we're gathering information towards dissolution, we must prepare ourselves for the worst. Prepare for the worst? I'll do everything I can. So, and... Huh? Wait, Director, I can't hear you. That's the angry mob loitering in front of the center. They seem to be sending out radio waves to break up calls. I can't hear, so... Azami... Yes? Please do your best to stop the Samajima admin. It surely... The call dropped. I'm breaking up. I'm about to go into a tunnel. Technically, I've been in a tunnel the entire time. As previously established, I am currently calling you from the basement floor of a rather large building. It's amazing we have as much signal as we do. But anyway, now for the important part. Stopping the Samajima admin? Is the director serious? No use in thinking that far ahead right now. First, let's try to solve the riddle posed by the admin. Still don't get it at all. I'll start with a hypothesis. Jasmine left behind that Genesis card. Maybe there's a hint in there somewhere. And I've noted down all the information from the director. And then I can just decide what to do from there. Let's think things over for a bit. Jasmine went to find the Samajima admin. She must have mentioned the Genesis card because she realized something. And that something might be a hint for solving the riddle. It's probably about the Illuminate cards. The Samajima admin is the one who created the Illuminate cards. But why did he create the Illuminate cards? I need to think that over. Maybe they wanted to... We have 2 verbs here. We have see, predict, and oh no, we got 3. Boast about. Maybe they wanted to boast about the quality of the cards. You know what? It's really funny to put this in. That doesn't seem right. I feel like there's a really negative reason somehow. Alright, I know. I can dream. The quality of the happy smiles. Maybe they wanted to predict the unfortunate fates of the card's holders. I mean, that's theoretically what the cards are for. Okay. Maybe they wanted to predict the unfortunate fates of the card's holders. That must be it. Every person who had an Illuminate card has gone missing. Which means since I have the Devastation and Judgment card, something will happen to me too? Hang on, it seems like it wouldn't be just me. I wish I had a bit more information about the Genesis card. Ah, yo! Yo, we're the center! Huh? She's the one in that photo! I'm suddenly surrounded. What are you doing? What's that you're writing? A terrorist plot you're about to carry out? Learning how to divine into the future to commit insurance fraud. Look, sometimes you zone out and you don't realize you're getting surrounded. No, that's not it. I'm planning to stop the Samazima admin. So it is something to do with that admin. No, I'm the holder of this Devastation and Judgment card. Has she been standing there so zoned out she didn't notice the angry mob? I mean, that's what I assume. Enjoy the top of the frog pile while it lasts, Chips. She's only thinking of carrying out that prophecy. Stop her and we can stop the prophecy. Don't let that terrorist get away with it. Get her! No, wait, listen to me. Yeah, she needs to shut her mouth. My apologies for the wait. Tomiri-san. Yes, if it's Tomiri-san, then maybe get in. Let's talk after we get out of here. You have now been kidnapped by a Snursen. Thank you so much, Tomiri-san. You saved me. Is Jasmine okay? Straight to the point, I see. She went for the admin and was knocked out. Still hasn't regained consciousness. Really? She's in the hospital? Where? Your kindness is a virtue, but we have no time to be making visits. Not now. Theorizing after the nice man with the non-suspicious gloves gets you out of the angry mob you told you are a valid target. You missed a couple episodes. Did she just... He's not actually a Snursen. And he's not really kidnapped her. He is the chief of the security police's urban myth section, is what he is. I have been calling him a Snursen, yes, for a long time. Oh, you didn't know whose car she got in. I see. No, wait, I need to stay calm. Jasmine wouldn't ask me to go see her at this timing. What would Jasmine do? Actually, Tomiri-san? Do you know where Jasmine was doing her investigation? Information about such unusual topics as the Samazima admin and the Genesis card shouldn't be that easy to find. Sorry for all the sudden questions. I would have thought you were a more naive person. We all know the November Kelly scale of cop specificity and bastardry. The more specific the cop, the less of a bastard they are. Ah, November Kelly, I love you. When in doubt, flee from the post-cops. No, when in doubt, probably comply with the post-cops, because if you run from the post-cops, fuck knows what you're getting into. Don't cross the post cops in the first place, preferably. Huh? The reason I came to find you was to take you there. What she was investigating there and how far she got. Postal cops and nuke cops? I'm sorry, wait. You're telling me there are nuke cops? You knew he and Jasmine were working together, but you weren't clear on the reasons? Oh, yeah, basically he's her boss. Jasmine was deputy chief? Department of Energy has cops, yeah. Incredible. This is a case that only you can take over. I'm here to ask for your help. Tommy Edie-san? Where exactly are we heading? You think she'd have a different opinion if she met the, 5 different Italian police forces? Okay, but see, there's a difference because, Spain has a bunch of different police forces too, but they're all just different rank of police forces. I assume the Italian police are the same because there's a weird amount of similarities between Italy and Spain. It's just varying levels of militarized rather than, actually polices with different focuses and functions. There's no specificity to them. They're mostly separate corps. Yeah, but, it doesn't matter that they're separate corps. They're still just police. One of them's also part of the army. Yeah, we have one of those too in Spain. That would be the National Guard. There's the National Guard, there's the Guardia Civil, there's a few of them. Tomiri-san, where exactly are we heading? I won't get erased, will I? What's this all of a sudden? Well, the director said that people looking into this case might get erased, so there may be a slight misunderstanding, but I can't clarify things here and now. I'll fill you in when we get there. Should I be worried? By the way, that mob around you back there, was it about the password device? The rumor that Samazima and the Urban Myth Dissolution Center are working together to bring about devastation and judgment? Yes, that's right. They're all saying that for some reason. I'll do what I can while we're on the move. I'll do some social media research. The National Guard and the Guardia Civil, both unnecessarily armed. But the National Guard especially are the people who could just roll out fucking tanks if they feel like it. One time, I don't remember which branch of police this was, but one time I was on the way home from school on the bus, and the bus pulled in under the highway to the bus stop. And it was stopped by a group of police officers, just fully super heavily armed, and one of them gets onto the bus, casual as you like, with a fucking assault rifle slung from his shoulders, just casually across his front, right? The man's ready to shoot someone, just walks up and down the bus, just checking everyone on the bus, gets off the bus, and that was that. Fucking terrifying. Anyway. Heroes of the day. People have attacked the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. People are already talking about them. Apparently they were looking for a criminal who was supposed to be in the area. I don't know why they were that fucking armed. They might be the ones posting about themselves. Zimmer's up to something again? They just stop. How many of the Spanish cops are holdovers from the Frankist regime again? I mean, it's been long enough that, mostly only the top echelon are holdovers from the Frankist regime, but the system as a whole is very much... The system as a whole is pretty much a holdover from the Frankist regime. The Franco regime. Carabinieri in Italy. It's the Carabinieri in Italy because internally most work in towns that don't have their own police. Got rather whoopified, actually. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're saying, Trist. I'm struggling to pass the sentence. Those people didn't really seem like Zimmers to me. No, read the article. They're saints trying to stop the center staff from committing terrorist attacks. Saints? Such violent saints, aren't there? How pathetic that some random person gathered evidence and took care of the problem while the police are just useless. Why aren't they working? What does that do, though? Not taking it easy on the police. What has that ruckus back there achieved? One of your classmates has been sitting there with her coat on for an hour, like, are we done yet? Can I go? Frankist sounds like a faction that wants a French-Spanish union state. They have a reputation as incompetent hacks in Italy because people mostly interact with tiny rural stations. Fascinating. Also, I just want to point out, some random person gathered evidence and took care of the problem while the police were useless. That's what Zami's been doing. They acted too rashly. Attacking like that without any proof would be considered a crime. What do you mean could be? Should be. Is, in fact. That mob and the Zimmers are similar. A surprising number of people are driven by their fears. You'd be surprised how many people run away from me just because I look like a snurson. Center supporters only believe in them because they don't know any better. The information available already pointed to the possibility of a terrorist attack, so they needed to act on it immediately. Supporters? Wait, supporters? I think they're talking about people who defend the center. Guilty until proven innocent. But who gets to be the judge of that? If they just kept it online, this could have been peaceful. But there are actual incidents happening IRL, and they're only getting more extreme. I wonder which incident this comment's about. As you said, vigilantes and Zimmers aren't so very different. Whichever one, it gets to be a problem if they grow in numbers. I can't even laugh about this. Bomb threats don't make good jokes. People seem to think it's a joke or a false alarm. But more people are starting to believe it'll happen. Better a slow spread than all at once. If everyone panicked at the same time, things could get really bad. Why do terrorism? These Zimmers are terrifying. Where can we run? Scary. If there was a safe place, people could take refuge. If we knew their purpose, we could take preventive measures. But no idea yet. A lot of people have looked at this post. A safe place to hide from the panic and chaos? A safe place like a certain lady's secret underground murder tour? A reaction to Zimmers are terrifying. I'll look into that. Need those glasses, The Zimmers and the center are acting under Tsutomu Kisaragi's influence. Enough with the Great Reset BS. It's so annoying. Tsutomu Kisaragi's influence, huh? Tsutomu Kisaragi's influence, huh? You agree? The Great Reset that Tsutomu Kisaragi worried about, some people will seem to believe this is the time to make it a reality. You don't like that he's learning how her powers work? No, it's very bad. Like, we are clearly an urban myth that his job is to suppress, right? I see. So it's a topic of interest among some circles. Getting a reaction here. I'll do a search on Tsutomu Kisaragi's influence. So this is... She probably doesn't need them, she just thinks she does. Likely. This is what Miss Tomorigi was speaking of. What did she say? Don't really get how, but she finds keywords. That's right, I don't really get how. There's strong odds the glasses don't do shit, right? There's severely strong odds the glasses don't do shit, and Meguriya has just gaslit her into thinking they strengthen her powers. Either that, or like, the funniest joke would be placebo glasses. No, the funniest bit would be that, like, Azami's actually just fully fucking myopic and genuinely needs glasses, but they're just normal glasses. What is clear is that the Zimmers are trying to carry out Tsutomu Kisaragi's occult Great Reset. Jasmine's notes get more and more unhinged as she tries to write reports about Zami. This bitch fucking cray-cray. Jasmine mentioned something. She said Occult Great Reset is a must-read for occult fans. Being passionate about things is lovely, but getting too obsessed isn't. Getting locked into one point of view can bend the truth, you know. You know? What'd you pick that up from Jasmine? So myopic she sees straight through to the sus dimension. Lot less social anxiety when you can't see people's faces. Yeah, no, for sure. When I was younger, if I was getting overwhelmed, I used to take my glasses off so that I was processing less information. No way. The Zimmers caused the incidents and the Urban Myth Dissolution Center just wants to ride the media wave. I'm not trying to ride anything. Unpopular opinion, but I support the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Speaking of myopia, you learned that you can make lenses up to and including -21? How far can you go into plus? Now I'm curious. People who call themselves heroes and attack others, you're the ones who should meet devastation. Wow, I mean, I appreciate the support. Kind of violent, huh? Is there anything about a... Ooh, hiccups. Is there anything about a terrorist group in the Illuminate card prophecies? So most people think the Zimmers are a terrorist group. The news has portrayed them as a mysterious group committing terrorist incidents. Like, most people probably don't think about whether they're actually Zimmers or not. I feel like whoever was translating these lines at some point forgot that they're localizing for Tomoiri and not Jasmine, because Tomoiri is like slowly breaking character. How did things get so bad? Illuminate cards and Zimmers? How did it all come to this? Maybe this person posts on Samazima. It's not like every Zimmer is an extremist or terrorist. Samazima's on the dark web, so it's also not that innocent. They must not have expected this. I always look forward to their videos about various urban myths. A viewer of the Center's channel. When things go back to normal, I'd like to help with the videos too. That Center director probably isn't human. There's gotta be a weak point that'll expose his true identity, like the eyes or the neck. What are they saying? Director's a bit out there, but he's definitely human. These occult fans have only ever seen the director with a mask on. So it does make sense they'd imagine these things. Right, the director always wears a mask in videos. I'm not really against devastation or whatever. Wow. Yes, people like that think they know it all. They need better imaginations. I don't object to the Great Reset either, but does the Center announce their views or not? Maybe this person's a Zimmer. Even for those who aren't Zimmers, a lot of people seem to hope that society will change. Was it a decision made on a whim? Why suddenly announce an act of terrorism at this point? Were they busy preparing? It may seem sudden to some people, but creating the cards, carrying out the prophecies, must have taken a really long time to prepare everything. True. And a project of that scale, too. How many were involved in planning it? Did we miss a key? Syrian! Oh no! The sharks are here! No! My fruit gummies! Well, at least you can't eat take my jelly beans, because I ate them all yesterday and almost killed myself with them. Quick, hide the jelly beans too. Nope. No need to hide the jelly beans. They're eaten. Trist, could we get a shout out for Syrian? Careful with those jelly beans, Syrian. They'll kill you. Oh, did you miss that part? Yes, Chips, I finished the jelly beans already. Because they're in a plastic bag and I don't have a bag clip, so I have no ability to close them, so my brain can't stop. See, like, anything that I can cleanly close, I can easily put away. I'm really bad at that with jelly beans. You're already dying, so it's fine. This is true, you have shark flu, I forgot. How's the shark flu going? That's why I was talking about jelly beans again? Yes, that's why I was talking about them again. I had to wipe out the jelly beans for trying to get me. There's the shout out. Thanks, Trist. If you're coming in from the raid with Syrian, hi, my name's Sky. I am a, let's say, variety streamer here on Twitch. I mostly play story games. We're currently playing UMDC, short for Urban Myth Dissolution Center. We are in the last episode at the moment, where we have been accused of terrorism. And trying to cause a global revolution. That's fun. Shark flu has hands? Oh no! Oh, there's the terrorist group that I missed. Reaction to terrorist group. I'll have to look into this too. Do those glasses belong to you? The director gave them to me. Don't answer his questions, Azami. He's not on your side. Accused of terrorism, still looking at social media. Hey Matsu, welcome in. If you haven't seen Syrian before, do hit him up with a follow. He's a funny little shark, playing too many games. That's right, Syrian, you are playing too many games. I said it. Let's see. Terrifying Zimmers. At least we're not posting through the apocalypse. Yeah. We learned from that mistake in the first episode. You went down from 5 to 4 games a week? And those are just the ones you play on stream. I've been checking Samazima for a while. When the terrorist attack happened, I was surprised they pulled it off. People call them a terrorist group now, but that's just a few of them. The Zimmers are terrifying, though. This poster didn't expect things to go this way either. They couldn't have imagined it.
I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. He's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast. And he's gotta be fresh from the fight.
The Bean! I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. He's gotta be strong, and he's gotta be fast, and he's gotta be fresh from the fight. I can't go that low. My voice is tired. Woo! The bean! It's not a jelly bean, but it's alive. What are you what the fucking at? Did you not know I could sing? Newsflash, Matsu, I can sing. Oh, or was it just because Syrian stole your top frog? Enjoy the top of the frog pile, Syrian, while it lasts. Everyone can sing. Wow! Wow! And here I thought I was special. I'm just gonna go back to my game now. Be all sad and mopey. Is that site admin leading the Zimmers? Seems like an evil org lol. Evil orgs in these times, just wild. It does seem like a game that kids made up. But there are actual terrorist attacks. Definitely not just a game. I heard a rumor that the admin is some super genius hacker. So, I have one completely batshit theory. No! Double squanched bean! I have one completely batshit theory, which is that, which would be that Meguriya is somehow behind the Samajima Forum purely so he can convince people to act out urban myths with the plan of somehow causing the acting of the urban myth to summon the urban myth itself. Sort of like a imposter draws in the real thing. If you build it, they will come kind of nutso deal. That's one just like batshit insane theory to throw at the wall. Ah, the bean. The poor squanched bean. I heard a rumor that the admin is some super genius hacker. Huh? Didn't I write that in the journal before? If people are saying that kind of thing, there should be some info on record out there. I'm assuming only the Zimmers know this, but if someone is familiar with the happy 77.7 billion yen leak, please do tell. I can't find any info no matter how much I search. Super squunch me. Happy? Sounds like a casino or something. I've never heard of an incident with that name. Who even is this admin? The dude in the video? Who's behind that mask? Has anyone even met them before? Some of the Zimmers must have met them, right? Masked figure with no name. Even if they had a gathering offline, how could you tell if the person you're meeting is the admin or not? I've talked to them on the forum before. Right, they communicate on the website. They joined a voice chat before. I only got to chat with them for a bit, but I could tell they're really smart. Wow, someone actually talked to them directly. Voice only. Could be someone pretending to be them. If only they'd recorded it. I already told you guys, you say the Illuminate cards are some prophecy, but that's exactly what the admin is trying to make you think. It's just the admin's roadmap to the Great Reset. If it really is just a roadmap to the Great Reset, then why go out of your way to make it with the Illuminate cards? There must have been some reason behind that. Seems committed to carrying out the plan. Wish they weren't so committed. Aren't they a billionaire? Maybe a 77.7 billionaire specifically? Huh? They're rich? That's just a rumor though. No idea how they earned their money. The Samazima admin is a smart, top-class hacker and rich. Must have committed some kind of crime to get that cash, lol. They're so quick to judge. They're just really into the topic. A reaction to Samazima admin. Let's see what rumors I can dig up with it. I forget where I read it, but there was some big incident with a hacking software called the Something Sign. I can't find the article anywhere. Something Sign? Hacking software. Warning, if you dig too deep, you might be erased. People who dig up things they shouldn't know about the police are taken out. Erased? They're talking about the Samajima incident. Tomiri-san, are the security police really doing such things? I can't say here. I'll tell you as soon as we arrive. Tomiri, there's really only one answer to are you erasing people, and it's no. If you tell someone I can't tell you here, you are clearly erasing people. The fact that you don't deny it, right? Can't really underestimate imaginations like those, though. Really? We can neither confirm nor deny that we are erasing people. That Samazima admin person was talking about some riddle in the video. Did it get solved yet? The solution. If only we could find some info that leads to a hint. I wonder how seriously people are taking it. Maybe the first person to get the answer will go viral? They're treating it like some entertaining event. Better for us if people keep calm like this. What was the riddle again? Something like doesn't matter, whatever you say? It was what does not exist, even if you speak of it. So not too far off, I suppose. It's on the website. What does not exist, even if you speak of it. Looks like you answered on the page too. Even if you solve it. What happens once you submit it? You get the next part of the prophecy? Or they'll disclose their motives? Either way, you'd find out something. If there's anything you need, just let me know. I'll get it for you. Don't worry, the directory gave me a laptop. You've... Zammy. Zamzam. Sweet Zammer child. You gotta learn to shut your mouth. You can call it something, so it must exist. If it didn't exist, you couldn't speak of it. You have a point. Like, it's there, but it's not. Something that was there, but is gone now? Something vintage? A riddle for collectors? Something so old, it's no longer here. Seems like the right direction. The past? Is it just the past? But could you say it doesn't exist in that case? Doesn't exist. The past? The future? Justice? Truth? A hard-boiled egg? I don't fucking know. So fed up with you idiots yapping around here. Will it really end like this? Devastation you won't even see coming because you're so blissfully dense? Most people wouldn't know what to do if they told about it. Most people wouldn't know what to do if they were told about impending doom. And it's our job to save those people. It's too late. Like the prophecy, the riddle is probably talking about something coming in the future. I've been writing in answers, but still haven't gotten the right one. You're pretty sure the answer is the Samajime incident? Could be. That's like this person's been writing an answer since the riddle came out. I hope they keep trying. Devastation and judgment, I get it. But what exactly does that mean? If the world's gonna split in two, that's not exactly something we can do much about. I mean, this game hasn't always been subtle. Sometimes it has, but most of the time, sometimes it's also been very obvious. Oof, that's true. If the world's ending, what could we even do? You can't plan devastation like that, much less carry it out. What are they even trying to accomplish with that video? The riddle? I don't see their endgame. Who exactly is the admin anyway? To threaten someone, you need to have something you want. A motive, right? Yes, but there were no demands listed in the video. However, perhaps what they want is for someone to solve their riddle. Do they want to know? Are they trying to, like, get the IP address of someone who has the answer to something that the rest of the world doesn't know? Similar to how in the Netherworld case, she was trying to find her brother's killer by asking people questions that only her brother's killer could have answered. Is it a similar case where they're trying to find someone by asking a riddle that only certain people have the answer to so they can track them down? All this talk of riddles makes you think of Nick Kishaw's The Riddle. You need to listen to it. Never heard of it. They haven't made any demands at all? Police haven't said anything? Have the police made any announcements? No, there's still too much we don't know. It'd help to at least know what they want. Maybe what they're asking for doesn't exist. Or it's just unrelated. Well, what they're asking for no longer exists. There really is a lot going on in that riddle. Alright, we're done with social media research. Let's see what's coming. Research done. We're almost there. Oh, yes. All done here. I have a general idea of your situation now, as well as the danger you're in. What should we do? Listen, we have to delegate and split duties. I will ensure your safety myself. Miss Domariga would never forgive me if something happened to her dear colleague. Her dear colleague? Do people normally not get motion sick reading while car is going? I personally do, but a lot of people don't. And that's why I'm going to ask you to trace her footsteps. What she looked into and what she realized. There's a reason you're the only one who can do this. I'll explain when we get there. I see. We need to trace Jasmine's footsteps. Also, where is it we're going? The place we're about to go must be kept a secret between you and me. Um, let's go. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. Miss Fukurai, do you know what a no-solve case is? A no-solve case? It's not one that couldn't be solved. An unresolved case? It's a case that should not be solved. Cases where the investigation was discontinued for whatever reason. We call that a no-solve case. There are actually cases like that? Also, are we going to the fucking Netherworld right now? The National Police Agency has a secret warehouse with those materials. We call it the Closet. Miss Tomarigi went to the closet looking for records of the incident. Maybe she found information about the Genesis card at the closet. If so, one more thing before we enter. The materials stored here, the staff working here, and the fact that the closet even exists. We need you to keep everything a secret. Secret. A secret. Okay. Got it. Your classes are taking place today in a building where a lot of people get motion sickness too. They put the building on high poles so that it sways when the wind picks up. Oh no. This is... When an incident occurs, the best method is to work steadily until it's resolved. Yet they say there's an order that must be maintained, even at the cost of that approach. Is there such deception? That's why I don't like this place. Fair enough. Miss Fukurai, please try following Miss Tomarigi's traces here. With that power of yours. But why look into Jasmine's actions? Miss Tomarigi was injured before she could report the information she found here. If there's some connection between the answer to the riddle and the Illuminate cards, she learned about the Genesis card here, so there must be clues somewhere. If there's anything you don't understand, please ask the librarian. You'll find him easily. He is a small, round, and extremely heavy orangutan. Understood. Info on the Genesis card, info related to the riddle, ask the orangutan. I'll follow Jasmine's footsteps in the investigation. My apologies for asking you to do this. No, I'm kind of glad you did. Is Jasmine going to be okay? She fell 10 meters, along with a steel floorboard. With bruises all over and several broken bones, she hasn't regained consciousness yet. I see. Jasmine, I really hope you're okay. 10 meters is not a small drop. So what kind of information was Jasmine-san collecting here? She was supposed to tell me after the Kurosawa house incident. Things were quite hectic then. If there was time, we could have done a follow-up investigation, but that's no longer possible. Okay, I see. Survivable, but not great, to say the least. Yeah. Especially if you're falling with a steel fucking plate. Like, even whether you land on it or under it, neither situation is good. Is it really okay for me to be here? The librarian has been informed of the circumstances, including my feelings on the matter, so we have their cooperation. Does that mean no one else in the police forces knows that we're here? If anyone found out, myself and the librarian would be fired immediately. There might even be more consequences to deal with. They might even, God forbid, turn him back into a human. So let's keep it a secret, okay? Secret? Yes, of course. What a heavy secret to carry. So you're the librarian? Excuse me. Commissioner Tamiri has informed me of the situation. However, I never saw you here, and anything I happen to say is just me talking to myself. Take care, Chips. Thanks for coming. Have a good time zone. Understood. Do you work here as a librarian? My job is simply to manage the materials here. This is just one of the locations used for storing materials related to various incidents handled by the police. If it comes here, that means the case no longer needs to be solved. No longer needs to be solved. So this place stores materials like that. I see. Were you here when Jasmine was looking into things? Miss Tomarigi. I happen not to have seen her. Huh? There was so much dust flying around that day, some files on the shelf seemed to have flipped over. Pretending that Jasmine wasn't here. Right. The past, the Genesis card, what was being looked into, from which shelf. It means Jasmine managed to find information on the Genesis card. Let's follow Jasmine's traces to find out what she was looking at and what she discovered. Can I just look at random shelves? Oh, hell yeah. Time to spy! The shelf is labeled D97, and these are filled with boxes that have files in them. Wow, I wonder where I should start. Oh, I can't just read random files? I want to snoop at the police! Shelf D98. Is it all paper materials here? All seem to be records of incidents that happened before. Huh, this piece of paper's sticking out a bit. A hacking incident by Natasha Singh. Natasha Sign? Perhaps? Something Sign? Natasha Singh. Was that an urban myth related to social media? The platform Happy, used by politicians and the wealthy, has been hacked. The Happy 77.7 billion yen incident. Natasha Singh, or Natasha Sign if you misread it, because you're a terrible person who can't read non-English names properly. And revealed that the platform was used for money laundering. Cryptocurrency is also circulating there, but the transactions remain untraceable. Hacking tools? I'm pretty sure this was mentioned on socials somewhere. The damage amounted to over 77.7 billion yen, with significant impacts throughout the world. They should have filled it with random case titles, one of which would be what they build a sequel from. Imagine. Significant impacts throughout the world. 77 billion? The Natasha Singh used in this hacking incident. Only its creator, a genius hacker, is capable of using it. As for the incident called the Happy 77.7 billion yen leak, users of Happy include top police officials, and the details of the case are stored in CL. Huh? Even though the incident happened? And CL means here. That means they gave up on solving the case? I want to know more about this case, but I need to keep moving. The hacker part sounds a bit like the admin, but there's no proof of that yet. Time to look elsewhere. Ooh. Shelf D99. The boxes are totally packed in here. Wait, there's a space where one is missing. Sure is. Shelf EO1. Does the librarian manage everything here alone? Incredible. I could never do that. Shelf EO2. So many materials packed in here as well. Hard to think that all of these are no-solve cases. Shelf EO3. Lots of boxes with files in them. They won't let me snoop at any more cases. Boo. Shelf EO4. Boxes filled with files. Alright, fine. We'll look for traces. Uh-huh. So Jasmine's been here. Jasmine's also been here. And she's been here. Let's start from the beginning. The shadow. It's Jasmine. I'd recognize that beautiful, gorgeous, savior-esque figure anywhere. She's taking files out from the shelf. She's so ripped. How many of these are like, fuck it, I can't be bothered cases? I mean, supposedly the cases that go here are only cases that shouldn't be solved. But it's the police, so I'm sure there's a lot of fuck it, I can't be bothered cases. It doesn't look like she's that focused, so maybe the shelf isn't it. Oh. This shadow must be Jasmine. What's she doing? Looking for something. Had she given up on looking? I wanted to check the materials here, but the whole box is gone. Maybe that's why. Maybe the librarian knows something. If this place is for burying files, then nobody should have been able to remove a box. Which is suspicious in itself. Jasmine Shadow. Jasmine, I really hope you'll be okay. She seems to be searching for a file. Looks like she's reading a file from the shelf. I'll take a look at the shelf. This is the shelf Jasmine was checking, but there are way too many materials to go through. There's no time to read everything. Only there was some way to narrow them down. Okay, fine, we'll go talk to the librarian. You've got nothing for me, right? Nope, he's just analyzing our powers some more. Please talk to yourself some more. That's a weird thing to say. I mean, I guess... you know, it's a weird thing to say, but I guess when you subscribe to a Twitch streamer, that's kind of what you're saying. Just not explicitly. I think there's a box missing from shelf D99. Do you happen to know what was in it? D99? Might be a file that was destroyed. There's no way for me to look it up. Seriously. Related materials might be in EO4, though I'm not sure how helpful they'll be. Shelf EO4, thank you. Guess I'll be talking to myself quite a bit today. You just said you can't... You just said you can't be bothered to look through... You just said there's too much stuff to look through in EO3 to figure out what Jasmine was looking at. But this guy can send you to a whole shelf on EO4? EO4, related materials. I don't even know what kind of related materials. Hey, these materials look a bit crumpled. Maybe this? Matsuda. Matsuda? Ryuto Matsuda interrogated as a suspect. Matsuda-san from the Netherworld tour? Or just someone with the same name? A colleague of the victim, Nomura, Matsuda had motive for committing murder. Upon interrogation, an alibi was established. An incident where Matsuda-san's colleague was killed. The Ueno Tenshu incident? Investigation ended by decision of Deputy Inspector General Kurosawa, sent to the closet? Huh? Deputy Inspector General Kurosawa? Kurosawa-san's father? First, let's assure Tomiri-san this document. It's all coming together. You confused Netherworld with Netherlands tour. About the documents stored in shelf EO4. There are documents saying that Matsuda-san from the Netherworld tour was a suspect. Miss Tomarigi sent me reports on the tour. About Matsuda. Matsuda was Kengo Nomura's colleague, it seems. Yes, the documents mention that Matsuda-san had an alibi. Miss Azami, did you read all of this? No, I just wanted to tell you about it. What did it say? There are records of items that were popular during the Ueno Tenshu incident. The Tenshu t-shirt? I heard about that one on the tour. They put images of the victim, Nomura-san, on the shirts. So tasteless. Extremely tall man from XCOM coded and you can't get past it? No, he absolutely is. He's a Snurson. He's a Snurson and there's no denying it. Also, a prophetic card. Prophetic card? You mean an Illuminate card? How could there be an Illuminate card if that was 7 years ago? Not an Illuminate card, just seems to be a card with a prophecy on it. Seems like this card predicted Kisaragi's death. Don't know who did this, but it's pretty disturbing to me. Come to think of it, I feel like the director mentioned looking into something like this. He'll transition to Hot Snake Lady in the next game. I really didn't expect Nomura-san's case to be in the closet, though. For the police, this case might not have been only about the Nomura siblings. What do you mean? Oh shit, we're on an ad break. Alright, chat, remember to take care of yourselves. Do a little bit of self-care. Drink some water, eat food if you haven't. Take meds if you gotta take them. Do a little stretch, unshrimp your spine, shake out your hands, do a little walk around, and in general, just take care of yourselves in all of those good ways. If you're stuck in the ads, then, well, you can't hear me. I'm sorry to the people stuck in the ads. I hope you're thinking of self-care, regardless. I'm gonna give myself some little stretches and stuff as well, and we will be back when the ad break finishes. There will be a message in chat when it's time. Welcome back from the ad, folks. I hope we're all feeling good and ready to carry on with the game. I hope you've all taken your nice little stretch breaks and unshrimped your poor spines. Oh gosh, they're gone. No. I'm okay. The investigation was terminated by the Deputy Inspector General. That's Director Kurosawa. So it was Kurosawa-san's father. So he stopped the investigation because it would look bad for them if it was solved? The case wasn't just stopped. He hid the fact that it had been terminated and wiped everything from existence. Why would he do such a thing? I need to think about the Genesis card. While looking into the documents here at the closet, I found mentions of Matsuda-san. There was information from 7 years ago about things like the Tenshu t-shirt, and mentions of a card rumored to have predicted Tsutomuki Saragi's suicide. It seems like the rumors that the director saw on the Samazima site were true. So the Genesis card that Jasmine mentioned is... maybe it's a prophetic card related to the Nomura-san. So, wait, related to the incident involving Nomura-san. It would be the Genesis card because it would be Back from shower. Your towel smells like onion. Your hair like a fruit gum. Real weird. Well, watch out. If your hair smells like fruit gummies, you might get eaten by sharks. Specific shark, for that matter. Maybe it's a prophetic card related to the incident involving Nomura-san. Yeah, that makes sense. It's mentioned in the documents, and along with the Tenshu t-shirts. Bit your towel, doesn't taste like onion. I like that that's the one you were like, this is the one I have to taste test. I've got to taste test the onion. All these I'm sorry, I thought about the feeling of biting into a towel on your teeth, and it gives me the fucking... It's like nails on a chalkboard for me, just thinking about it. All these... Damn it, I can't get it out of my head. You like onions? I like onions. I don't like biting into entire onions. All these incidents that happened after Nomura-san's death. The Genesis card's prophecy may be affecting the Illuminate cards and the Zimmer's actions. Am I saying I'd prefer to bite hair? Yes! I would rather bite hair than a towel. Okay, let's think about the answer to the riddle next. If the Illuminate cards were based on the Genesis card, does that mean the admin is causing an incident based on a prophecy from 7 years ago? Incidents and a prophetic card from that time. If they lead to the riddle's answer, what does not exist even if you speak of it? Maybe it's the called off investigation. Wait, no. Maybe it's the Ueno Tenchu incident where Seiji Kurosawa called off the investigation? Do you not like the organic DIY floss? Hair gets stuck between teeth? I don't know what the fuck y'all are doing and how you're getting hair stuck in your teeth. Maybe it's the Ueno Tenchu incident where Seiji Kurosawa called off the investigation. That makes sense. So many people knew and were talking about the case. They could speak of it. But not only was the case not solved, the investigation was terminated and hidden from existence. That's what doesn't exist even if you speak of it. That must be the answer to the riddle. Your hair does what it wants. Tomedi-san, I think I know the answer to the riddle. The case where the Genesis card appeared, that was how everything began. But that case doesn't exist, even if you speak of it. For people who don't know about this place, they won't be able to get the riddle's answer, no matter how hard they try. It was a different incident? Yeah, but I was right that it's about tracking down someone who knows about something specific. In fact, I was even right that it was the same technique used in the Netherworld's tour about the Ueno Tenchu incident. If we answer it, do you think we can stop this devastation and judgment? We have no way of knowing. All we can do is give it a try. I can use the computer that the director gave me. But no internet connection here. Of course there's no internet connection here. Don't worry though, I talked to the librarian. We can connect from his desk. What if they're specifically trying to get the location of the closet? The page with the riddle on it, and here's where you enter the answer. Go on and type it in. The answer to the riddle is... Ueno Tenchu incident. Okay, I thought it was asking me to put it in. Congratulations! Correct answer! This is... Yes, it's the right answer. Huh? So it doesn't stop the countdown. Tomoiri-san, what do we do? Scroll down. There's something here. Yes, I'll read it out loud. Congratulations. What are you going to do when you get to me? I want to avenge Tsutomu Kisaragi. What do you want to do? Only I can ask myself that question. What does this mean? Avenge Kisaragi, and only I can ask myself. The latter sounds tough to get. Let's start with the former, seems easier to understand. Reading it literally seems like the admin's plan is to avenge Tsutomu Kisaragi. So that stops the event, right? That stops the event, right? No, the event has to run the rest of the course so that other people have a chance to solve it. The admin, who shouldn't know about the closet, speaks of avenging Kisaragi. So, is the admin someone who's connected to the Ueno Tenchu incident? There might be documents here about people connected to the incident. I'll try to find some, along with documents on Tsutomu Kisaragi. Oh, wait, this is actually new. About the documents. This is one of those days when I talk to myself more than usual. Oh, enjoy the top of the frog pile while it lasts. Jeebus top frog is pricey these days. Only gets pricier. Happens every now and then. However, I never saw you here, and anything I happen to say is just me talking myself. All these pretenders clogging up the system. Harath, you did not get much time to enjoy Top Frog. Trist, enjoy the top of the frog pile while it lasts. Oh, I have nothing to talk to him about right now. Alright, looks like it's sending me straight to the files that we know Jasmine was looking at. Wait, this trace wasn't her earlier. These are different traces. Jasmine's shadow. This shadow's definitely Jasmine. What's she doing? Interesting. Shelf EO2. All the documents here about no-solve cases? No way. EO3. Lots of boxes with files in them. Jasmine was checking this shelf. I think I can look over it quickly and find what I need. Nope, this isn't it. Where is it? Oh! Of course Jasmine squats in the ready for violence position. Of course! You've seen my fan art of Jasmine. Tsutomu Kisaragi, an assistant professor at Inugami University, was interrogated as a suspect in the Ueno Tenchu incident. This is it. Jasmine must have seen this. 1 month after the Ueno Tenchu incident, countless rumors have spread throughout the internet pointing to Kisaragi as the culprit. Despite a perfunctory interrogation, he had an alibi on that day. Security camera footage confirmed that he was at a restaurant with the victim's younger sister, Tomoko Nomura. What?! So that's how she knows that Tsutomu Kisaragi was incident. But holy shit! That's some information to have not come up. Was he really taken as a suspect all because of online rumors? Enjoy your top of the frog pile, Skull. However, public opinion continued to weigh heavily upon Kisaragi. 3 months after the incident, Tsutomu Kisaragi committed suicide at his home. The world kept treating him like a criminal, even though he had an alibi. The police didn't make any announcements about it? I guess the whole case was hidden by then. Enjoy your top of the frog pile, Sadago. What's this? Kisaragi was looking into the incident on his own, obtaining information from many people, including hypotheses about the culprit. Maybe there's still some information that can be used to identify the culprit? Storage location D99. No way! The information collected by Dr. Kisaragi was destroyed. I have to ask the librarian if there are any documents left. You don't need to answer me, but please do keep talking to yourself. Miss Librarian, do you know where I can find documents on Tsutomu Kisaragi? Were the documents in shelf D99 all thrown away? Discarded materials cannot be recovered. But is there nothing we can do? When disposing of them, I had some trouble. I organized the documents based on contents and name to decide what shelves they go in. We're not playing around here. If they're not returned to the right shelf... Anyhow, I have no knowledge of you coming here, checking documents, or moving anything. Maybe the librarian's giving me some kind of hint. Did Jasmine move the documents to a different shelf? Let's take another look at Jasmine's shadows. That's why she's crouched down by one of the shelves. She took the box from D99 that was due to be destroyed and hid it over here. Looking more closely, the shadow is sticking something in this space. Maybe she's moving something to another shelf. What did you place here, Jasmine? What? No way. Documents on Tsutomu Kisaragi? I mean, what did you expect? Since they might all get destroyed if left in one place, maybe Jasmine was trying to scatter them around. Jasmine, I'm gonna read it right now. Kisaragi wrote down the results of his investigation on paper. We'll try to retrieve it from the research lab where he works. Try to retrieve? What, just try to take it from him? Due to resistance from the uni professors, retrieval was impeded. Impossible to proceed further. Related information on the internet has been partially deleted. What is this? Maybe it's a record of how the incident was covered up. Why go this far? Did the younger Kurosawa commit murder? I managed to shift the blame to Tsutomu Kisaragi when his father covered it up? Let's stop and think for a moment. What was on his fucking hard drive? It seems like Tsutomu Kisaragi was looking into the Ueno Tenshu incident on his own. The actual documents have already been destroyed. In order to uncover the admin's identity, I have to find those documents. If it's not here in the closet, where should I look next? Maybe it's in the research lab at Inugami University, where Tsutomu Kisaragi used to work. The professors at Inugami University didn't let them take Tsutomu Kisaragi's documents, so they might still be at the research lab. Which is a research lab at my uni? What are the chances? Let's tell Tomoiri-san. Did you forget that Tomoiri-san works for the agency that tried to destroy that information? The admin could be someone involved in the incident. Only those who were involved can know all of the details. Tsutomu Kisaragi wasn't the culprit. Jasmine's traces led me to information about him. He was considered a suspect all because of online rumors. How pathetic. The police just went along with internet opinions. It seems that Dr. Kisaragi had an alibi and was cooperating with the investigation. But Director Kurosawa ended it. Dr. Kisaragi seems to have been looking into the Tenshu incident on his own, but all of those documents were destroyed. Tomoiri-san, maybe the research lab at my university, the research lab at Inugami University might still have case files on the incident. Well thought. However, it's been so long now, I'm sure everything's been wiped from there as well. But it seems like uni professors at the time kept the documents safe. Also, I might be able to find something with my clairvoyance. Were there any police officers who had that power? There were not. Then we have to go there. If there's no other way, we have to do it. Hey, so... the younger Kurosawa was a student with Tsutomu Kisaragi. They were together at school. What if that hard drive was the research? What if that hard drive was Tsutomu Kisaragi's investigation. So the police really covered up the Ueno Tenshu incident. At the time, Deputy Inspector General Kurosawa wanted to hide the incident for some reason. From the answer to the riddle, that seems directly related to the admin's purpose and motives. ASMR stream when? Let's see. If we hit... if we hit 10 monthly subscribers, I'll do an ASMR stream. I'll sell out if you'll buy me. That's what I'm going with. I never do this. I don't do this. But I'll let y'all buy me if you really want to. From the answer to the riddle, that seems directly related to the admin's purpose and motives. Maybe the culprit of the Tenshu incident is written somewhere in Dr. Kisaragi's documents. And there's info that'll lead to the admin. For now, all we can do is hope. Time to make fake accounts. Damn, time to find a job. I'll drive. Come with me. Yes! Damn, Snurson looked angry there. 6 hours to the Great Reset. Someone has answered the riddle. Hey, you're not using the same speech pattern as you did on the live internet. Excellent. To the person who knows what doesn't exist, I know that you will understand me. Hearing it out of context, I don't do this, but I'll let you all buy me really pulled you back to your second stream like, what? Welcome back. Dago will explain. However, devastation and judgment is the promised future. Let us anticipate the moment. When the countdown reaches 0, in the company of our guests. 6 hours left until devastation and judgment. You don't need to buy me, you can just ask me to hang out whenever you want, and I'll probably say yes, then say something mean. You're specifically buying me an ASMR. No way, hostages? I hope they're not planning on a public execution. Night of the final day. You don't care for ASMR? Fair enough. Execution. We have to figure out their location soon. We have to stop this. This announcement is really causing panic. Don't be selfish, it's for Dago. But leave that to the pros, to the police. They're still searching. Let's get to the bottom of who the admin is. This is something only we can do. Yes. Also, I'm so sorry. The police are the ones who caused this incident. If Director Kurosawa hadn't stopped the investigation, if the truth hadn't come to light, none of this would have happened. Then we wouldn't have gotten you into this mess. I don't see this as you getting me into it. I was definitely surprised about that closet. But you and Jasmine are both doing everything you can to find out the truth. There are lots of different people in different places. Not everyone is the same. This is what I like about you. Thank you. Hard to tell from that expression, but it's a compliment, I think? Garyon, how can you watch 2 streams at once without just getting completely overloaded? Oh, wow. Dr. Kisaragi's research lab, it's all still here. The professors protected the case files, treating them as research materials he left behind. If the research lab is still here after all this time, they must have really cared about him. You said it pulled you back to your second stream. You were reading something on the main stream? Do you mean screen? Monitor? What? Okay. They must have really cared about him. This Tsutomu Kisaragi seems like a complete different person from the one talked about online. It's true. He really took care of the things he left behind. Second scream. By the way, since this is your school, we'll make sure nobody finds out that you were here with me. I'm not worried about that at all. We should get down to investigating the research lab. Dr. Kisaragi's documents, don't worry, you're laughing at him. I'm glad. And info about the admin. I'll find them and figure out that location. I'm very interested to see whose traces are going to show up here. Sadago snorts at your misfortune and that's why he gets no ASMR stream. No, poor doggo. Oh no, so many books piled up here. None of this is organized. I have no idea where to start. They're not sorted by genre or organized so that the spines are visible. Guess Dr. Kisaragi isn't the type who does that. A foreign book? Like an art book? Here's a worn out notebook. Little Gray Studies number 35. Random notes. 35 notebooks on Little Grays? Where are 34 and 33? This is gonna be tough. Little Gray Man! So many books and notebooks here too. I wonder how many are in this whole room. There are lots of books in the center too, but this place has piles of handwritten notebooks. Is this a plant encyclopedia? Other pages, but demons? An illustration of a monster? What kind of book is this? Occult Great Reset. Right, he's the one who wrote this book. What's this secret project? I can't look at the secret project? Come on! Number 35 so far, Sammy. You don't know how far up they went. True. Are these notebooks all written by Dr. Kisaragi? It's unbelievable how many there are. How come I can't observe this one? Oh, right. I already did that. This one's handwritten as well. Report number 96 on interviews with Kokuri practitioners. Interview notes from 100 temple-born people and mountain mysteries from Sherpas? Take care at class, doggo. It's been wonderful having you here. He did all these interviews and wrote them up? Netherworld research book. Is this? Maybe from when he was researching the Ueno Netherworld? Something's not right. The police won't return the materials I put together on Nomura-kun's case. I got my eye on the person I think is the culprit, but if I name him and I'm wrong, I have to get down to the truth. For Nomura-kun. Another document here related to the case. I should show this to Tomeiri-san. Oh, I can't read secret project because I have to show it to Tomeiri. Piles of books and papers here too. Trying to read through it would take years. Ancient sleeping methods, religion and diet, a ghost story and ghost storytellers, induction talk, and some non-occult books for good measure. Little Gray Studies number 82? Hey, Garyon. Internet rumors. So many different genres over here. Called it, for sure. This doesn't seem related. It's about the rumors behind occult stories. In the past, they came from the shops where people gathered, but now they can be found all over the internet. Hey, so what if Meguriya is Tsutomu Kisaragi? Is this the desk that Dr. Kisaragi used? It's surprisingly tidy. And there's just a photo in a frame sitting here. It's not Tsutomu Kisaragi. It's Tsutomu Kisaragi's son. And the glasses that motherfucker gave to me were his dad's fucking glasses? Are you fucking with me? Dr. Kisaragi when he was little? There's another kid in the photo. How cute. Oh, brother. Not... Could this be some kind of clue? Brother, not son. What's happening? We should ask him what he thinks about Little Grey Studies. Harath, I think Meguria is Tsutomu Kisaragi's little brother, and the glasses that he gave me to focus my powers are his are Tsutomu Kisaragi's glasses. We don't have enough time. I'm sorry for making you do all of this. I want to look into this, don't worry. Hold on, let me put the glasses on just to confirm my suspicion. Oh, those are absolutely Tsutomu's glasses! The shadow is probably Dr. Kisaragi's trace. Wait, I feel nervous? I'm shaking. Digging through the drawers. Maybe it's a trace of him putting something away. At first glance, there didn't seem to be anything in the drawer. Let's take the glasses off and check it out. Is he T-posing there? He does look like he's T-posing. Let's see. So many things in the drawers. A rock and a knife. Maybe it's not in a drawer, but stuck somewhere behind it. A notebook! Why was this here? It looks like Dr. Kisaragi's diary. Oof, I suddenly feel dizzy. I'm alright. What was that? That's right, what's in this notebook? If the Sphinx is a guardian dog, where is the other one? Huh. Anything here about the Tenchu incident? Maybe I should follow more traces with clairvoyance. Feeling dizzy, huh? Dizzy. Like the cursed chair made you feel dizzy? Alright, what are you doing here, Mr. T-Pose? This must be Dr. Kisaragi? I guess it's a trace from long ago. Even with the glasses on, it's all blurry and hard to see. This looks really clear. Why? There's something a bit different about this one. What's this one doing with its hands outstretched? How strange. It's not that scary. It's so clear I can almost touch him. Ow. Maybe I'm using my clairvoyance too much. It's making me see strange things. I'll just pause using clairvoyance and look through the diary. Strange things like the car crash that left Meguria in a wheelchair. I already looked at the diary. Any more traces? Or is it finally time to talk to Tomiri? I guess it's time to talk to Tomiri. Excuse me, Tomiri-san? What's up? Tomiri-san, what's the current situation? 6 hours until the time limit, and people are being held hostage. We don't know what the admin plans to do, but we must hurry if we want to rescue those hostages. We have to find their location as quickly as possible and stop the admin. You know, there are tons of familiar-looking objects and books here. It's kind of like being in the center. Folklore and the occult have similar appeal. Maybe because both involve field research and gathering information. Amiri-san, do you know anything about Dr. Kisaragi? I heard from an acquaintance who spoke with him before at work. Small talk turned into talk of birthplaces, and the rumors around those locations. Though it seemed like their conversation might be about the occult, they actually ended up talking about local customs. Huh. Maybe he was talking really fast from being so excited the whole time. He did seem like a bit of an eccentric enthusiast, but a likable person as well. Nothing with you, really? Okay. Wait, there's another Netherworld research notebook here? Is there info here about the case? It's better if I don't do anything in public for a while. As long as people still have this image of me, anything I say will only fan the flames. Did he write this when people were accusing him of being the culprit? How do they know about my family? Because of me, this is getting to my family. I need to inform the police and ask for their help. There are several groups doing things like this, but I'm pretty sure this time it's... A group called the Five Society. I'm sure it's them. Ah, this is it. Information about the actual culprit. The Five Society, a group of 5 students. They filmed themselves capturing a criminal like some kind of vigilante streamers. Ironically, their video itself is conclusive evidence of their crime. The Five Society? 5S? That's the name of the fucking channel. The fucking YouTube channel that the younger Kurosawa was involved in as a kid. Wait. Was it just the younger Kurosawa? Kinoko also had strange ties to social media. So did Eiko. Hold on. Gas Mask was obviously also on social media. We know he was pretty involved in it. A lot of people involved in that case were involved in social media. Like, heavily involved in social media. It's been a prime theme around this entire thing. How social media can twist information. The bean! You really broke my train of thought. Thank you, Bean, for your dramatic drumming. The cards this whole time have been drawing us along the trail of the Five Society. Would that mean that... Would that make the admin the real Tsutomu Kisaragi trying to prove his innocence or get revenge? Or someone connected to him? I have so many questions! Ironically, their video itself is conclusive evidence of their crime. The video itself was deleted, but the comments left should be enough evidence. It hurts deeply when I think of him, but this is the truth and I have to do this. Does Tomoiri-san know about it? Just making sure there's nothing else to look at. Ah, here we go. Is there anything like that written here? So many names on this page. A list of streamers. There it is! Vigilante streamers, the Five Society. Whoa! All the comments from the streamers and the viewers are right here. Was he watching this for changes in the reactions? How much time did this take? Dr. Kisaragi narrowed down the culprit who killed Nomura-san based on various information. It's one of the Five Society. It's one of the people... Oh my god. This is... It all comes together! 2-meter, 40-centimeter tall woman. An abandoned ranch full of mysteries. Is vigilante streaming a thing in Japan? It sounds familiar. I've never heard of vigilante streaming before, except in... Wait, no. That's wrong. There was absolutely vigilante streaming, technically in Japan, because it was in Infinite Wealth from Like a Dragon. It was in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. That did happen. That's probably why that sounds familiar. There are research notes in the margins of this diary. Gotta go play some Star Wars Unlimited TCG. Have fun with whatever's going on here. You understand none of it. Jesus, that's a strange use of... Trist, could you just drop a bomb on... Thank you. Our lives changed after the incident. After the accident. I don't mean this in a bad way. Everyone at the orphanage is kind. It's still so hard to believe that we have to go on without our parents. I have to be a really good big brother. What I saw earlier was that... when he says our lives, does that mean the one in this photo is his younger brother? My god, it's all coming together. Excuse me, Tomoiri-san? What's up? Yeah, I'm so sorry. 2-meter, 40-centimeter tall woman, you say? Yeah, have fun with your card game. I'm sorry you can't follow. This game's been a lot. There's so much information that's been collecting across time. Hashaku-sama? Yes, that's the really tall woman. That's right. About the Kisaragi brothers. Dr. Kisaragi apparently lost his parents in an accident and went into an orphanage with his sibling. The photo under the desk is probably showing the two of them. Do you know where that orphanage is? Huh? Oh, I didn't see it written down. I've looked into Satomu Kisaragi before. However, the information was encrypted and couldn't be viewed. And it's not information that the police wanted to hide. Does that mean someone other than the police encrypted that information about the Kisaragi brothers? If so, the admin's identity is probably the same genius hacker that caused the 77.7 billion yen incident. What's the Five Society? The real culprits of the Tenchu incident are a group of 5 student streamers called the Five Society. There was a note saying that their video itself is conclusive evidence of their guilt. I see. That means the incident itself must have been relatively straightforward. I also tried to do a search on the criminal group, but the whole page seems to have been deleted from the video website. The police must have already gotten to it. Don't worry, I'll look into it. Yes, please. Could you please keep looking for info about the admin? Yes. Nothing new from that trace. Oh, take a peek? What? Didn't expect that. I can feel it? Wait, I can feel the trace? What was that just now? Was that really a trace? It's kind of like I'm seeing someone else's memories. Could there be something written in the diary? Can I touch this one? No. Wait. No. My dear sidekick is such a great hacker. My dear sidekick, Meguriya. Hacker? But the occult info I added the other day was deleted. Cries. Right, he was just a kid then. I guess it's just nonsense. Are these traces that much clearer because they're from the glass's previous owner? I'm not picking up on the... Oh my god, I'm not picking up on the traces of the building. I'm picking up on the traces of the glasses. You got scolded again the other day in the PC room. What were you up to? You said it's noisy in your head. I'm worried that you're acting out because of that. Gifted? I don't know about that. I'll put my hands on your cheeks and say a magic spell to help you feel calm. I know, it does feel calming if you do that. Okay, back to the tables. No. Aha. Secret Society Project. Is this a picture of what people in a secret society would wear? They got mad after finding out that I drew eyes on their bath towel with a marker. Is this a project notebook made by the Kisaragi siblings? A secret society, a project, but it's written by kids. Let's ask Tomiiri-san to take a look just in case. This notebook has diary entries in it too, from after the Tenchu incident. Was Dr. Kisaragi able to write anything with all that going on? You know, I like urban myths. When I do research on folklore, rumors gradually turn into occult stories, which turn into urban myths. I love how they're created and come to life, how interesting it is that they reflect cultures and customs. It's the friend I from 20th Century Boys. Don't know that film. But now, I can't stand seeing or hearing rumors anymore. People's rumors, stories that shift and grow, urban myths. I used to love all of those things. The most important values I hold are getting messed up. It really hurts. This page. I can feel what happened here, even without clairvoyance. It's all stained and crumpled. It hurts. No answer from them since. Don't the police want to solve this case? My body won't move right lately. Even when I'm at home, angry voices come pouring in from outside. I'm so sorry. Who's he saying sorry to? I know you've been trying to make me feel better. I can't get the words out to respond about rumors or occult stories. I feel incredibly guilty for making you feel bad. Getting dragged down because of me. How did it come to this? It's just... I can't take this anymore. Dr. Kisaragi. Prophecy? It's something about a prophecy. Prophecies will come true someday. As long as you don't set a time, they will happen. We'll make the Great Reset happen. Let's go after rumors and talk about the occult again. One day. There will come a time when we can laugh and talk. Manga series from Urasawa Naoki of Monster about the childhood games of a bunch of children suddenly becoming real in their adulthood. Oh, that's a good mangaka to hear something to hear about a fucked up story from. I'll leave this as a prophecy. What does this mean? So... Jesus. Excuse me, Domiri-san? What's up? This was made by kids, so I know it's not that convincing. But what do you think of this drawing? The Kisaragi brothers wrote about their secret society project in this notebook. Hold on a moment. Yes? What is it? Oh, sorry, I was covering it up with my hand. It's this, the secret society. Miss Fukurai, are you looking at this with clairvoyance? Huh? No, I'm not wearing the glasses and it's right here, look. No, there's nothing written here. At least nothing that I can see. Huh? What? Did this bitch forget her powers used to work without her glasses? Did I use my clairvoyance too much to make my vision go weird? Okay, it's time to think this over. Who on earth is the Samazima admin? I couldn't find any info leading directly to the admin in Dr. Kisaragi's research lab. Instead, I found lots of memories about Kisaragi-san's time in the orphanage, written in his diaries. The admin Kisaragi and Meguriya's small Kisaragi, honestly, that's the feeling we're getting. That's definitely what's being implied. He wrote about the happy days that the brothers spent together. So then what's happening now is... this may be revenge that Tsutomu Kisaragi himself... Oh, no. That was... planned... Wait, what? No, this is right. That was planned by Tsutomu Kisaragi himself. Doesn't seem right. I think it's okay to just think about it without twisting it too much in here. From researching the lab, I found that Dr. Kisaragi had a younger brother who was a hacker. It means... Oh, right, it wants me to blame the younger brother. But we know it's not Meguriya. Right? I guess Azami hasn't caught up with us yet. This may be revenge that was planned by Tsutomu Kisaragi's younger brother. That's right. If the hater attacks continued because the police wiped the Ueno Tenshu incident, and if that led to his suicide, then it makes sense that Tsutomu Kisaragi's younger brother would want to get revenge. The fact that he's a hacker too, it matches up with the Samazima admin. But that's... a plan for revenge. I mean... Girl, you must understand, Meguriya doesn't have a whole building to himself, all of his resources, and the ability to hire you off of a YouTube video. I'm sorry, he doesn't. Not... He's not fucking... I can't think of a high-profile streamer who isn't a scumbag that I want to reference. um, yeah, no, I'm stuck. I'm just gonna carry on. The Samazima admin is Tsutomu Kisaragi's younger brother. A plan for revenge against the Five Society, the criminals who drove his brother to commit suicide, and the police who tried to cover up the incident. The sponsorship money is big, though. Megaria wouldn't take sponsorship money. That's simply not... It's simply not something he would do. Because to make big sponsorship money, you have to kind of not care about who you're taking sponsorships from. He wanted to help him, seeing his brother get pushed to the brink. He must have been by his brother's side for a very long time. We still don't know what exactly he's trying to do, but he must be doing all of this for his brother. Miss Fukurai, thank you for all of your help. From here on, the police will handle this. It's our duty to make things right. Sorry to leave you like this. You posted an image of friend? I'll get there soon. I'll look at it later. We've got 9 minutes till ads. Sorry to leave you like this, but I have to get back to the station. I need to pinpoint the location of the admin, fast. You should go home, or stay here if you'd like. Either way, I'll make sure that someone from the police keeps you safe, so don't worry. But you're going already? But I want to keep investigating with you. I need to stop the admin. From here on out, the person we're dealing with is a real criminal. Even Miss Tomarigi couldn't handle him. Also, you feel empathy for the admin now, don't you? Everything that he did for his brother's sake. We're about to go and destroy it all. Destroy us all! Destroy us all! I know that. That is an ancient TV meme. And if you know it, I feel bad for you as I feel bad for myself. You know what? You should go visit Miss Tomarigi at the hospital. You're a very kind person. I don't want you to deal with something this hard. No, please, wait. Tomiiri-san. What should I do? And why? Maybe I really should just go see Jasmine. I do really want to see her right now. No, that's not right. It won't help anyone if I go see her now. I want to talk with her after it's all figured out. I want Jasmine to be discharged from the hospital in good health. We need to find him. And we need to find the admin and put a stop to all this. Hold on. There was a knife in Dr. Kisaragi's desk drawer. Maybe it can be used to cut the rope binding the hostages? I'll borrow it. Okay. What now? Where should I go? I don't know where to start. I wonder if the admin's video contained any hints. Someone who saw the video might have posted something. Many people must have seen the video, so anything might help. Chat. It's almost 5 o'clock here. Almost 1700 here. So. And also, my throat is starting to reach its limit. So. I'm gonna call it here. Why are you thinking that this knife will do something completely different? It's definitely not going to cut the hostage ropes. It's Chekhov's knife, but it's not cutting any hostage ropes. I'm gonna call it here for today, chat. We will pick this back up on Friday, on Halloween itself. We will hopefully be finishing the game. You're imagining her holding the knife the same way she holds her phone when it rings? Oh god, just like juggling it in shock and surprise. Ah! Horror. Accidental ritual completion by accidental stabbery. Right, as I was trying to say, chat, we will finish this on Friday, on Halloween, hopefully. Assuming I'm not exhausted from getting my residence permit this week. I can't wait for all of the pieces to finally come together. I can't wait to see how many of my batshit theories turn out to be true. and how many of them turn out to be, you know, completely bullshit. I can't wait. I can't wait to see how. I can't wait to take off my blindfold and see how much of the spaghetti that I've been wildly throwing at the wall has actually stuck. And I can't wait for you all to be there with me. So, for the time being, let's get set up to raid. Syrian already raided into us on account of the poor Sharkle has shark flu. So, let's see. We can't raid anyone playing over Myth Dissolution Center because everybody playing it is Japanese or Chinese. You're gonna be off clocking out now. See you around, Harath. Let's see. Who are we following who's raiding at the moment? Let's see. We have a cat playing Infinite Wealth. They've not been out live for long. Yep, looks like we're going to go raid a cat playing Infinite Wealth. Let me click the raid the start button before I forget. If you're coming along on the... You're gonna be clocking off now? Yeah, no, absolutely. If you're coming along on the raid, remember to behave, remember to match the vibes where we're arriving, and not overwhelm the things there. If you need to take care of yourself, feel free to raid and run, or feel free to go now if you don't have time. That's absolutely fine. We have our raid messages. I will drop those in chat real quick. One for subs, one for not subs, not in that order. And in... yeah, on the tail end of that, I will... My brain shut down. On the tail end of that, I will see you all on Friday. Stay healthy, stay hydrated. I love you all, and bye-bye.